We respectfully acknowledge that Dakota County Library and its 9 locations are located on the traditional and ancestral lands of Indigenous people. Dakota County resides on land that was inhabited by the Wapakute and Midwakatoan Dakota people and other Native nations from time immemorial. Seated in a land treaty signed in July of 1851, this land holds great historical, spiritual, and personal significance for its original stewards, the Native nations and peoples of this region. We also want to respectfully acknowledge that Dakota County Library is the namesake of the Dakota people. By offering this acknowledgement, we work towards our value of acting inclusively and our mission of learning, and recognize our collective responsibility to engage our community in the history of the lands of Indigenous people.
Hello everyone, my name is Raheem Simmons. I would like to thank Dakota County Library and MELSA for allowing me to come today. We're going to talk about one of my favorite athletes, someone that stands for so much. Not only does she represent sports, she represents fire, desire, passion, leadership, commitment. She not only represents the LGBTQ plus community, she represents our women's soccer team. She represents everything that we believe in when we think of an athlete. Leader, commitment, desire, fire. This is Miss Megan Rapinoe. And the reason why she's one of my favorite athletes is because not only does she thrive and succeed on the soccer field, she's a winner in life. She stands up for the voiceless. She's willing to give up everything she has to let it bring awareness to the communities. And this didn't start when she became an Olympic soccer captain. It started when she was a youth. Megan, she watched her brother Brian, when she was at age 3 years old, play soccer out in California. And she just saw how successful he was on the field, so she wanted to play. Now, unfortunately for Brian, he made some different decisions along the way, but she said, you know what, I'm going to take it to another level. So her and her sister started playing soccer from the age of 3 all the way up. And she was winning. She was committed. She went to many camps, had scholarship offers all over the country. Had opportunity to go to Santa Clara, her and her sister, but she said, you know what, let's go together. Let's do something for us, not just for me individually, but I want to make a decision, and I want to make it for us and impact all those around us. So they wound up going to school out in Oregon, where she helped her college team win every game they played, went undefeated, and the Division I NCAA championship as a true freshman. During this time in her freshman year, not only was she away from home for the first time, just trying to be a professional Division I athlete, she was at the crossroads of her life. She saw what was going on as a youth, growing up in a house with her brother, making some decisions that wasn't necessarily the greatest. She had a decision to make. And at that point, she said, this is who I am. I'm going to embrace who I am and go after everything my heart's desire is. And I love that. In that commitment, in that decision making, it changed her whole life. And now what we see today happens. It didn't just happen today, what we see, her getting on TV saying, hey, we want to bring awareness to what we're doing and the equality that we're facing, or inequality that we're facing. Let's bring it to light. It just didn't happen in 2019, 2020, or 2021. It happened when she was a kid, as a teenager. So as we go through the journey, her and her sister decided to come out to their parents. And by doing so, their parents still loved and embraced them. And they took it upon themselves to say, hey, there's so many other people in our community that we can give back. We can teach those people and those youth and that community how to play soccer. And we'll give up our own time to go back there and help out. And that's what she did. When we think about athletes, when we think about a captain, when we think about leadership, it's someone that say, hey, I'm willing to sacrifice what and who I am and give up everything I have for so all those around me can embrace, improve, and enhance their skills, their talent, and their voice. When we think about a captain, Megan should be one of the first people to come to our mind. Since she's come out and she's played, she's won championship after championship for the U.S. soccer team. The captain. Because again, she's going to use her platform to say, hey, let me bring awareness to what's going on around us. Let's bring awareness to the fact that we as women are no different. We deserve the same equality, whether it's in pay, our voice, our platform, our appearance. We deserve the same. And again, I ask, did that just happen today? Or has she been doing this forever? So when we think about a captain, when we think about leadership, it's not something that has happened overnight. It's something that we got to build for. You got to be willing to go through the trenches. You got to be willing to go through the adversity. You got to be willing to go through people turning their back on you or saying things that doesn't necessarily feel good to you, and stand through the test of time. When you're wearing that sleeve in soccer as a captain, that's an honorable thing. Whether it's a C on your chest or on the sleeve on your arm, that's honorable. Because that means your character means something. Your voice means something. Your commitment, your desire, what you are as a person means so much more than what you can do on your field. And that's Megan Rapinoe. Not only is Megan Rapinoe just a phenomenal athlete, she's a phenomenal woman. Her and her wife, Sue Bird, the first couple to ever embrace the cover of ESPN, and it brought awareness to the athletic world and said, we are great athletes. We're great women. We're great leaders. We're willing to give up any and everything we have to for all those around us. Sue Bird is 40 years old. 40 years old. And still one of the best players in the country, in the world. She also is an Olympian and gold medal winner. Does the fact that she's married to Megan Rapinoe take away from who she is? When you think about Megan Rapinoe, does it take away anything of what she is? Whether she's standing or kneeling with Colin Kaepernick or whether she's doing whatever is necessary, what she's doing is say, hey, I'm going to stand for what's right. I'm a champion for what's right and what's equal for all people. That's who I am. That's what it means to be a captain. That's what it means to be a leader. That's what it means to use your platform to impact the masses. When you play and you get involved in team sports, to carry the title of a captain, the responsibilities that come along with that, it's not just the title, the popularity contest, or the greatest player. It's someone who leads in areas of trust that can bring everyone as a companionship or as a unified body. So when you think about team sports, you know, everyone is out there trying to get the game, one to win and one to win the championship. That's the start of everyone's season. And every team has a captain. But when I think about Megan Rapinoe, the one thing I think more and more as I dig deeper and deeper into it, she had a lot of stuff that a lot of people just didn't have. Not that they weren't good captains for their particular clubs or their countries or their teams. She just had another element that we want to talk about. She was great at making sure everyone on the team had a sense of belonging, which then allowed them to have so much companionship and unified body because now they were together, and she had to help make sure that everyone knew the vision and everyone trusted each other. Because by doing that in the team sports, if there's ever any division or lack of trust or lack of commitment, that's where the teams began to suffer. And one of the reasons why she is so world-renowned is because what she did was she kept everything together. Now you see her speaking out about so many different topics, and it's always about everyone collectively, not just herself. If you ever studied the amount of awards she's won, and the places and the medals that she's been accomplished for or nominated for and won, and the places she's been able to speak, the big countries and the big leaders of the world that she's been able to speak in front of, is just because she was just a great captain? Or was it who she was as a person? Was it her character? That's what was the most important piece here. Because now those countries, those leaders are asking, how do we bring a unified body together? How do we give our people a sense of belonging? How do we bring in trust and companionship to our leadership, our commitment, and our boards? That's what she represents. So when we're thinking more and more about what we're looking at and what we're talking about, is let's take away some of these elements in what she's doing. That's why she's all over the world speaking. Because her lifestyle is committed to doing such a thing. Her lifestyle is saying, hey, this is what we're going to do for all people. Black, white, and different, athletes, male or female. It's about what's going to bring us all together as a people. When we think about a captain, I loved Megan Rapinoe's ability to be a leader and a captain. Because at the end of the day, nothing else really matters besides what to her is, let's bring everybody to the place of belonging, where they can feel like I'm just as valued as someone else. That's what it is all about. When I say one of my favorite athletes of all time, these are the reasons why. What she represents. As a coach, as a father, you want your child and you want your players to be given the opportunity to showcase their abilities, their talents, their commitment and drive, just like anyone else. She takes that microphone, she stands on that stage and says, hey, here's what we're trying to do. She'll always have my support. Because what she's not asking for is for her to be praised and showcased. She's asking for all to be praised and showcased equally. That's what it's about. So I stand with Megan Rapinoe when it comes to doing that for the voiceless, doing that for the athletes, that everyone's treated the same way. The question is, do you stand with her too? Because again, it's all about us. Remember, giving everybody that place of belonging, that area of trust, companionship, and equality. We needed a captain, and we have a captain. Let's keep moving forward. So when we look at the talents, the skills, the commitment, whether Megan and her sister Rachel opened up a camp in Oregon to give back to the community, we should look at it and say, hey, what can we do in our local communities? Whether that's volunteer coach, referee, be a scorekeeper, whatever the case may be. It's really about giving back to the people that's in our local area and it's helping them expand and grow. Because again, all of us are champions. All of us can be captains. Just like Megan used Brian as her motivation to play soccer and use his life to change and forge a different path for herself, we also can do the same and help other people in our local community. Because we never know who's the next Megan Rapinoe or Rachel Rapinoe. And here's the other part. We don't know who's the next you, because you too are a champion. You too are a captain. I think if we all strap in and get to work, we'll change and forge a new commitment to our community and have the life and the potential success stories that we're looking for. We all are captains. And I think once you decide to make that commitment to getting involved, you'll see your light shine and you'll see how it's impacting all those around you. So whatever it is, like I said earlier, whether it's coaching, officiating, just being a volunteer to help out, you'll see the change in the community. You'll see how your voice can carry, your actions can carry and make impact across the country. Maybe it's just your community. Maybe it doesn't go all the way across the world. Maybe it impacts your school, your travel program, your club program. We can sit back and say what's not right. We can sit back and point fingers and say what is not going the way it should go, or we can get involved. So Megan, I'm so thankful that you got involved. You saw what wasn't right, and you said, let me use my voice. If we see something that is not right that we would like to see change, let's use our voices as well, use our time and our commitment, and get back involved. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, and have a good one.